Welcome to a January edition of Community Live. This is one of the many ways that we try to keep you up to date on everything that's happening in Brave Nation. The show is being simulcast live across Community Braves Network, including the Community ISD Facebook and YouTube pages, and will be available on demand after the show wraps up. Tonight's topics and guests are the upcoming softball season for our Lady Braves, Friday's UIL state championships for our CHS cheer team and how you can support them, the Lacona Joe Leadership Program, success for community FFA students at the county show, and the Bags for Braves event thrown by our Community Education Foundation. As always, we'll close out the broadcast by answering any questions that you may have. You can put your questions in our chat at any time during the show, and at the end of the show, we'll answer those questions live for you. If you don't feel comfortable with your name being attached to your question, you can email us at any time at info@communityisd.org. We loved seeing the pictures from the snow day last week, and that we all got to enjoy a little bit of fun winter weather. We had a lot of fun with our video announcement that we did, but we do want you to be aware of one thing. Last week, with the day that we missed, we will not have to make up that day because we had a bank day in our calendar. However, that is the only day that we have. So if we aren't able to go to school any more days during the school year, unless there's a statewide emergency or TEA gives us a waiver, we will have to use our bad weather days and make those days up. Our bad weather days are in February and April, and they're marked with light blue on your calendar. Canceling school on another day would mean we would have to be in school on those two weather days. If we continue to miss school after that, we would have to add additional Fridays to make up the minutes that are required by the state. So let's move on to our first guest tonight. Tonight we have with us our CHS softball coach, Coach Strickland.
Hello.
And she has brought with her tonight a couple of our student athletes. And
Yes,
so we're
ma'am.
going to talk a little bit to you and a little bit to those athletes. So before we get started, why don't you tell us a little bit about you? Who is Coach Strickland? How long have you been here? What's your career been like? Tell us about you.
So my name's Lauren Strickland. This is my 8th year in total of being at Community. So I actually had the pleasure of coaching here in 2015.
Okay.
And left for 2 years, came back. I had my daughters. I have 3 daughters. But at the time,
Beautiful girls.
Yes, thank you. I had my middle daughter, and so I kind of took off for a little bit, and then I taught here for a year and a half, and then I started coaching again. So it's been 8 years total. I've been 5 years the head softball coach here now, so this will be our 5th season together. A little bit about me. This is my 14th year in coaching,
Okay.
so I've been here probably majority of my time, and I absolutely love it. So, yes.
Why did you come to Community? What was it that brought you to Community?
So you're always connected to people. So
Right.
people, they ask you to come and you're interested. And when I came here, I just, at the time, we were very small. And so that small town vibe and everybody that I worked with, the kids were awesome and the school pride. And it just really drew me to the town I grew up in, which is, Roy City, but
Right.
they're not.
Close.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
close. Definitely not small anymore. But, my family's from around here. Not too far from Rockwall, and then my husband's family, they all went to school here. They graduated here, so we have a lot of Brave Nation school pride in our house,
Good.
and my kids are invested here, and so we love it.
Awesome. We're so glad that you're here and
Yes,
that you're
thank
part
you.
of Brave Nation. So you brought some people with you tonight.
I did, yes.
Introduce us to who you brought with you
Absolutely.
tonight.
So I have one of my seniors, Gracie Witt. She has been a 4-year starter for me for Brave softball, and then I have junior Alyssa Castillo, and this will be her 3rd season with me. So
Awesome. Ladies, welcome. Thank you for being
Hi,
here.
thank you.
Thanks for having us. Yes.
Yeah. So why don't y'all tell us a little bit about you, who you are, how long you've been in Community, how long you've been playing softball, and what position you play.
So my name is Gracie Witt, and I've been playing softball for all my life. I've been in Community since kindergarten. I've grown up here
Good.
through the community, and I play second base, middle infield for the softball team. So
Awesome.
I'm Alyssa Castillo. I've been playing softball for quite a while. It's funny because starting softball, I was scared. I didn't even want to play it. Come to find out, here I am, and I love it. I've been here since kindergarten. Grew up here, lived in the same house, all that good stuff. I'm a pitcher, center fielder, shortstop type of deal. Wherever coach needs me, I'm ready. So
That's awesome. I love that attitude.
Thank-
That's great. I can't believe that you were ever scared. To see you
Right.
out on the field, I would have never guessed you were scared to play softball.
I know it's crazy because I mean, I don't know. I was little and I just wasn't a really social person, and my dad's like, "Come on, try it," and I'm like, "No," and I did it. I bawled my eyes out, but here I am, and now, yeah.
I'm glad he encouraged you
Yeah,
to.
he
'Cause
did,
You're a
for
wonderful
sure.
asset to
Thank
the
you.
team. Ladies, tell us a little bit about your favorite thing about being on the Lady Braves softball team.
I would really say there's the group of girls. I love who I practice with, and I truly do. I just feel like we really connect. So my favorite thing, just of being about the team is just the girls. They encourage me. We always encourage each other. And it's always fun being on the field with them, for sure.
A lot of good friendships.
A lot of good friendships.
I also love the culture that's like behind it, like what Coach Strickland has built. Like each and every single one of us, every day we show up to practice, we put in the effort, and we're always behind each other no matter what. Like even if somebody's going through something outside of softball, like we all know about it, but in softball we leave it at the door, and we're all just we all back each other up. And even if somebody, like, they don't necessarily get along, you would never be able to tell on the field because we drop it all at the door.
That's awesome. Sounds like you've heard that before. She say that a lot. Drop
She
it
does.
at the field.
She does say that a lot. She says, "Leave it at the door and
Leave it
just
at the
come on the
door."
field."
It's
and like,
business when you get to the field.
Yeah, it's
Right.
business.
And you can tell that's been making a difference, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
I've
Yes.
been really enjoying that. Coach, tell us a little bit about last year's success that we saw.
Yes, we had a very exciting season. We ended up finishing the season 29-2-1.
Wow.
Yeah, so we didn't experience many losses, really not until the end. It was a very special year. We were undefeated district champs.
Wow.
Since the first time
Let's
since
say that again. What were you?
undefeated district champs.
right.
Yes, it was a very, very cool special season to be a part of. The last time they did that was 1999. So we dug on that because I wanted to honor everybody that came before us, because those are really special, things that they did, and we were cool. It was really cool to like be able to do that again. And there's been a lot of success, but what I will say, what the most special thing about this group is, like, they've really had to build something that we didn't necessarily have winning seasons, and so going into last year, like, we knew what we wanted to accomplish, and pretty much I think people didn't root for us, and I think that just drove them to try a little bit harder, and so it was cool. It was nice.
That's
I was very proud of the kids.
So a lot of records, a lot of things going on. One thing that speaks to me is you're talking about that 1999 group and the legacy they left.
Yeah.
And now you ladies were part of something that's going to be left as a legacy here too. And so that's got to be exciting.
Yeah,
for sure.
it was
Yeah.
very exciting, and I can say it's like very special. For
Very
us.
It was
special.
long
all of
awaited,
us.
for sure. So
Yeah, and I think we did a good job during that time staying grounded and not focusing on the records and things like that. We just
One game at a
one
time.
game at a time, and then
Leave the outside noise where it was. And something I'll brag about both of them is they're just such good leaders. They lead by not only their actions, but they're just very supportive of what we're doing and buying in, and just those freshmen coming in, they don't they don't know what you don't know, but I think that they are somebody that the girls can definitely look up to. And I will say, Alyssa, she hit a few records with pitching. If you want to
Tell us
brag on
about
yourself
those
for a little
records.
bit.
I really, I don't remember exactly off the top of my head, but I remember setting, was it my sophomore year, like 350 at Sunnyvale,
Yes.
something like that. I know, like, my freshman year, I
350
definitely,
strikouts. Just in case.
350
Is that what it
strikes.
I think at one point in time, yes. I think you hit 200 your freshman year, for sure. And then I think 150 last year. And that has not been done in a very, very, very long time, if at all. So
I like to watch the batters get ready to come up and face you. It's a little intimidation there.
Surprisingly, them girls, they can give you some mean looks. I'll tell you that. They definitely look like they want to hit me with the ball.
Well, you look pretty serious out there on the mound, too.
Thank
so
you.
that's okay.
Yeah, I try to, between me and my catcher, obviously Casey, give really great props to her. She definitely backs me up. But yeah, I try to think it's just me and her, we're just in the bullpen. It's just another day, and this girl's just another batter. Obviously, my goals, to do what I can, do best, whether strike them out or even just to field a little ground ball, a little dinky hit somewhere. So, yeah.
Awesome. Mm-hmm. Well, there were lots of memories I'm sure that you ladies will take with you from now on. But what is there one memory that you can think of that's going to remain really special as you leave this?
So last year, going against our rivals, Farmersville, obviously that's a very big game for us. That's always been a very big game. And the previous year we fell short, but last year, luckily, we didn't. And I was lucky enough to make the last out at their home field. That's the first time they've been beat at their home field in a while.
Very long time.
In a very long time, especially by community. So that was definitely my favorite memory, and just
you won't ever forget that out.
No, and just all
Tell
of
us about that out. What was that out?
So it was, I know the girl that was up to bat, and she was a right-handed batter, and I was playing second base, and she hit the ball, and it was kind of up the middle, and I kind of stutter stepped towards it, and there was a runner at first, and one of our seniors last year, her name was Abby Williams, she was our shortstop, and I just got it and I kind of rolled it to her, and she was on second, she had her foot on the bag, and she scooped it and she picked it up, and he was standing right behind me. I looked at him, he said, out. And I was like, oh my gosh.
You were excited.
Yeah, and then we all ran and we were so excited. Like, that's probably the best moment in community high school softball I've ever had.
Yes. That sounds cool. Alyssa, what about you?
I definitely have a few, but going off of Gracie, I think as my freshman year, it was just preseason. I remember being on second base, and Gracie was up to bat, and I forgot exactly what the count was. I know it wasn't the first pitch, so I was definitely really anxious, really ready to score. And I remember, just a shot, and it was going and going, and I was like, oh my goodness, it's gonna go. And by the time you knew it, Gracie hit a walk-off home run, and I got to come in, tie it up, and win the game. So that was a really special moment. One other one that I probably have would be winning district champs. Just those big moments, even just in any big game, like we all come together, and it's just like the best feeling. Even being in Farmersville twice in a row last year, it was just, that last pitch, all the pressure was on, but managed, and just that last strike, and everybody just comes running at you, and it's just such a great feeling.
Very exciting. Very exciting.
And also all the relationships with the girls, of course. Like every memory with them is so great. So
Good. Y'all do a lot of team stuff too. I see that.
yes, ma'am, we
during the
do.
season.
We did a JCPenney photo shoot last year. That was really fun. That was really fun.
Do not show those pictures.
Yeah, because
You'll have to get a hold of that.
no.
Those are good. I'll send them. I'll send them.
We'll get them.
Yeah.
So we've talked a lot about last year,
Yes, ma'am.
but we're gearing up. We've already started.
Yes, ma'am. We just finished tryouts yesterday, so teams are set. I do have a few in basketball, so they'll still have that opportunity to come out. But yeah, we actually have two new freshmen that are joining us on varsity this year, Lila and Abby. So they're going to contribute a lot. One of them's actually her younger sister.
Lila's my sister.
Yes.
Okay.
And so they both can pitch. So that's going to give Alyssa, a little bit of freedom to play shortstop, play left field, center field, third base, really anywhere.
Utility player.
Yeah,
over
utility,
there. Okay.
absolutely. My kids are hungry. Like, we have some unfinished business, and just today we were talking about, like, we still don't like that feeling that we had against Lindo last year, and it was, gut-wrenching. It was heartbreaking, and I think Alyssa today was like, I just still can't talk about it. And so, but I told them, I said, you know what, we face that adversity, and that's something that, like, I want y'all to remember, because when our back's against the wall, like, you got to push through. And so we're excited. We'll be young. We only graduated 2 last year. So this year we actually have 5 seniors 3 of them are coming back as starters. Other 2 are just as special. They'll play vital roles as well. So it'll be good. So,
Good.
Yeah.
Well, we're excited. When is the first game?
We play Van Alstyne, I think, February 11th. I think that's that first Tuesday coming back. So that will be a home game.
Everybody needs to come out.
Yes, everybody,
Yes.
absolutely, please come out. I did make our schedule a little bit tougher because I want us to, be pushed a little bit. I don't want things to come easy towards the girls, and I think they appreciate that, and they
Okay,
want
the
that.
schedule is now on the screen. So
Yes.
everybody look
There
at the
we go,
schedule.
perfect.
Everybody
Yes.
write down those dates and make sure you show up to those games. It is
Yes.
now on our screens.
Yes.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Good.
Thank you.
Ladies, you've told us what position you play, but what do you think is the role that you will play with the team this year? Coming back off that exciting season, and now here we go. We're going after it again this year. What's your role in that team?
Well, both of us were previously on leadership last year, but I think the main role that we will have is just grounding the underclassmen and just helping them realize like we can only see so far ahead, and like we're right here. We're gonna live in this moment. We're gonna do what we need to do now, and then just take every day step by step, come to practice, put the work in, and really just stay within ourselves. Don't listen to the outside noise. We've always done a really good job of that, but just making sure that they continue that and they do the same, and they're really open-minded about where they play and being a pivotal role if they're not on the field.
Right.
So just being
Still
a
part of
team
the team.
overall.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely.
Yeah, feeding off of that, just definitely like role models for the underclassmen. We know we've been in those great feelings, and we want them to be in those great feelings, also. Even today, earlier at practice, I was telling, the girls, I was like, being positive on the field is a really good thing, and just keeping the vibes up, because we've been there, and, we know the feeling, and it's a great feeling. So I would really just say, just helping others, really helping our younger ones, and we're all gonna get there. We're all gonna get
And
there.
even keeping the upperclassmen grounded in like what we really are and what our the program that she has made is about.
Keeping each other accountable.
Yeah, holding each other accountable. We do a really good job of that in our
Well,
program.
tell us all the fans out there, what can they do to get involved and to support our Lady Braves?
So something that we want to implement this year is, and we'll put this all over Facebook, is we want to grow our student section. We always had so many people come out and support us, and my kids, our kids, they feed off of that. They love it. Some of it, people would look at it as like a pressure type deal, but that energy, like that feeds into our dugout, and our dugout, feeds onto, defense and just hitting. And I think that that's going to be something that they're going to be excited to come up with themes,
Right.
whether we're wearing neon colors or camo, whatever the case may be, just to get more people involved. So,
That sounds wonderful. Well, I am so excited, and I'll tell you this, Coach, just listening to these two ladies talk tonight, you can tell the culture that you've created and what you're doing there is so much more than just coaching
Yes,
softball. Very mature young ladies, very respectful, and
Yes.
sound like they've really got it all going on. So that's attributed to you. We appreciate you. We
Absolutely.
appreciate everything you're doing in that program.
I love them. They make me look good. So, all
All
of them.
look good.
Yeah.
And you guys are doing a
Absolutely.
great job of representing the district. Thank you for what you do. You'll do a great job. Thank you for coming tonight and to talking with
Yes,
me.
absolutely.
We're
Thank
going to ask you to stick around in case people have questions, or we're going to do some shout outs at the end. So if you guys will stick around until the end, and then we'll answer lots of questions.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes,
All right.
ma'am.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
being here. As we transition to the next section, we're going to talk a little bit about the Braves Cheer Championship. The Braves Cheer Championship is on Friday. The cheer team will head towards Fort Worth for the UIL State Cheer Competition. We're loading up a Spirit bus to go and support our cheer team. The bus will leave at 7:07 a.m. If you're interested in going on that bus, you need to contact Brittany McCoy by 1 p.m. on Thursday to secure your spot. You can ride for free, but you have to show your event ticket before you board the bus. So you have to get your event ticket, then you can get on the bus. There's a link in the chat if you need more information about getting on that Spirit bus and going and supporting our CHS cheer team. We have some new guests with us here in our chair. I'm very excited about these young ladies that are here to talk to us tonight. So we have a couple of students from Roderick Elementary. Madeline and Mia, I'm going to let you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about you. So why don't y'all tell us, I've said what campus you're on, but tell us your name again and then what grade you're in and who your teachers are.
Okay. My name is Madeline. I'm in 4th grade, and my teachers are Miss Mara and Miss Johnston.
Okay.
Hello, my name is Mia Lane, and I am in 3rd grade, and my teacher is Miss Strickey and Miss Jones.
Okay, so great teachers, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Having a wonderful year?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay, well, the reason that you guys are here tonight is because you're part of a new group that we have in the district that's called the Lacona Joe Leaders, right?
Yes.
So why don't y'all tell everybody that's listening, what is the Lacona Joe Leaders group?
Well, a Lacona Joe Leaders group is a group of kids that meet with Dr. Knowlton once every quarter of the year, and they get to make suggestions about stuff we should change, how people act if they like the campus, like Roderick, Dodson, all that stuff, and stuff that we like about the district, just that kind of stuff.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that. So, you are part of that Lacona Joe's group, and we've already started meeting, right? How many times have we met?
I've met one with
Met
you
one, and when do we meet again?
in a few days.
Next week, right?
week.
At Roderick, we'll meet again. And so when we meet, we have pizza together, right? Really good pizza.
Yes.
And then what are some of the things we talked about when we met? You remember?
Some of the things.
You were there.
Some of the things we talked about were some stuff that we liked about the school and just changes.
Changes. So,
There's not really any, though.
okay. And so this time we're going to talk about that again, right?
Yeah.
Why do you think that I'm going? Is it just at Roderick or other campuses?
It's
All
at
other.
other campuses.
Other campuses, right?
All the campuses on community.
Right, right. So once a quarter, I go sit down with a group of students from every campus in the district called the Lacona Joe Leaders, and we have conversations about the district, about the campus, about the teachers, about the students. We just have conversations, right? And we also get to eat a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Why do you think I would do that?
So we can discuss more, and if we need to talk about our school, and we can just have fun
Yes, we can.
and do a bunch of other stuff.
That's it. We can have fun, and then we can also talk about anything that I need to know how the students are feeling in the district, right? And what's going on with them, and what we might need to address or look at differently. So you were picked to be a part of this group, and part of this group is being proud to be a Brave,
Yeah.
being a leader on your campus. And we're so proud that you were both picked to be a leader at Roderick Elementary. So what is it that makes you proud to be a Brave in community?
It makes me proud to be a Brave so I can experience all my growth, and I've really grown since I was really little in first grade. I've made a really good growth spurt,
Good.
and I've learned more and more than what my teachers have taught me.
More about being a good person?
Yeah, more about being a good person, learning more math and science
Awesome.
and reading.
Good. I'm so glad to hear that.
What makes me proud to be a Brave is getting to walk into the school and everybody's just smiling, happy, and when you go to the doors, the teachers, they greet you with a hug or a handshake. And when I do that, it just makes my day a little better, because if I had a rough morning or I was tired, it just shows that the day is going to get better.
Good. So one of the things about being a Brave is that you have to show the traits of a Brave. Y'all know what the traits of a Brave are?
Yeah.
Generous, passionate, humble, and wise.
Very good. Awesome. I'm so glad that you you know what they are, and we talk about them
Every
and we
day.
strive to show them in everything that we do, right?
Every day, all day long, I know 'em.
Every day, all day long. That's right. So I want to say thank you to both of you for being here. I appreciate you coming out. We're going to transition. I'm going to talk to two more of our Lacona Joe leaders, and then we're going to have you come back at the end if people have questions. Will that work?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate both of you. As we transition to get two more of our Lacona Joe leaders on camera to talk to us tonight, I want to tell you a little bit about the calendar. Our calendar for the 25-26 school year has been approved after we had multiple rounds of input by students and parents and guardians and staff. And we also had a district-wide survey. The school board actually adopted our 25-26 calendar. It was approved by the school board on Monday night. That calendar is available on our website. The calendar, which was the 505 minutes option, if you remember the options on the survey, it was preferred from the two options, and it was by the district-wide survey, 75.6% of the 2,171 participants preferred the 505 minutes. Each grouping had over 70%. Our staff, our parents, our students were all over 70% in liking that choice. And so the recommendation was made to our school board on Monday night to approve the 505 minutes, and that is the calendar that has been adopted, and we will have that in place. You can find that on our website. You can also find the official results of our survey. I would encourage all of you to look at that, prepare. Just to let you know, it does start for next year on August the 11th, and it will end on May the 29th with a half day on May 29th. So go ahead and get that calendar downloaded and save it somewhere so you have it. We will have 505 minutes per day next year. And there is a PDF version of that calendar for you to print from our website. Next, we have our next two Lacona Joe leaders. And so we're going to let both of you are from a different campus, so I'm not going to say that campus. I'm going to let you say that. Tell us what your name is, what campus you're from, what grade level you are, and who your teachers are.
I'm from Dotson Elementary. I'm in 5th grade, and my name is Rory Smith. And my teachers are Miss Annis, Miss Aarons, Miss Cantrell, and Miss Barnett.
All right.
My name is Nahom. I go to Dodson. I'm in 5th grade, and my teachers are Miss Barnett, Miss Aaron, Miss Cantrell, and Miss Annis.
Okay, and you guys are more Lacona Joe leaders that we have, that you represent your campus, right? Now, we've already met how many times?
Two times.
2 times, right? Because I've already met with y'all, and I'm going to meet with Roderick next week for their second time. So we've met twice, and we've had some great conversations. We had some good pizza, and then we had great conversations, right?
Yes.
Yes. So why don't you tell everybody how the Lacona Joe leaders were selected at each campus? You know how you were selected to be on the committee?
So basically, all the teachers and the principal all picked 5 people
Right.
from the school that were like the main ones, and picked out Lacona Joe leaders.
That's right. Your teachers nominated people that were leaders in the classroom and that were leaders among the student body, and then your principal took those nominations and chose who needed to represent the campus on this group. And so I'm so excited that both of you are on that, because that means you're leaders. You're leaders on your campus, you're leaders in your classroom, and I appreciate that and what you've been doing. Tell me a little bit about what your homework is for next time we meet, because we gave a little homework today or yesterday.
Our homework was to ask people from our grade what they liked about Dotson and what they would change about Dotson.
Right. And so one of the discussions that we had is that we can always get better, right? And then we're always looking for ways to be better. And sometimes as adults, we sit and we just decide on how we can be better from a adult perspective. And we want to change that. We want to know what our students think. And so we talked about everything. We talked about teachers, and we talked about the campus itself. We talked about the food. We talked about everything and things that we might get better. So I'm very excited to see what you guys come back with from your homework and telling us how we can do things to be better so that our students... Now, we're not going to bring back funny things, right? We talked about that a little bit.
Yeah.
What did we say about that?
No, like slides for stairs or
Yeah.
just
Not things that we can't really do, like only come to school one day a week or those kind of things, but some real things that we could do to make things better, right? Mm-hmm. What is your favorite part? Well, I guess I should ask you if you like being a part of it first. Do you like being a part of the Laconia Leaders? Mm-hmm. You do? What do you like about it? What's your favorite part about it being?
Like being like one of the good persons instead of... So then you think that you're like a good person instead of thinking that you didn't get selected and stuff.
Okay. So being someone that your teachers and your principal think is a leader and that you're a good person and that you're a good person to represent that campus. That's awesome. What about you? What do you like about it?
it's really just, we get to talk about like there was anything that we wouldn't like or that we don't like about Dotson, we could talk to you about that and you could maybe make that happen.
Right.
And we get to know each other better.
Absolutely. And I love that part of it. We've gotten to know each other better and gotten to have some great conversations. And it's not just about telling me what needs to change, but also what great things are coming. We talked about what great teachers that you have and what great people there are on your campus and why they're awesome and why you like them, right? And so we want to keep doing that and making sure that the district level, even as we get bigger and bigger, that we're finding out from our students how things are going. Right? Mm-hmm. All right. We are going to wrap up a little bit with our talk, but I'm going to ask if you guys will stick around. And if there's some questions that come in, then we'll let you answer those from anybody that has questions out there, okay?
Okay.
And in the meantime, between now and March, you're going to do what?
Tell people what they like about Dotson and what they would change.
What's wonderful about your campus and what would they change if they could change anything, right? Mm-hmm. All right. I appreciate you guys being here. You're wonderful leaders for your campus. Thank you for representing your classes.
Thank you for choosing us.
Yes. Okay, we're going to transition again. As we transition and get our next guest to come on to our set, I just want to say congratulations to Community FFA. Community FFA had a terrific showing at the 2025 Collin County Junior Livestock Show this past week. The high achieving group had 10 breed division showmanship reserve champions this week, which is huge, and we're so proud of all of them. It's a great accomplishment. It's very competitive at the Collin County Show, and we just want to say congratulations and let everybody know what a great job our kids did. Multiple students also qualified for the sale this week, and the sale will be on Saturday, January the 18th at 11 a.m. at Myers Park in McKinney. A full listing of all the results for Collin County are linked in the chat now. So please go and look at that. Look at all of the wonderful students and all of their accomplishments and their success that they had this last week. Congratulations to all of you. We have our next guest. She's been a guest a couple of times with us. We're so glad when you can join us. This is Miss Michaela Welch. And Miss Michaela Welch is our Executive Director of our Education Foundation. We're so glad that you're here. And you're here tonight to tell us a little bit about a special event. But before you do that, tell us again what your role is and how long you've been in that role.
So me and my husband moved to the area in 2020, and I was new here and didn't really know anybody, and so wanted to kind of find a nest of people, and very passionate about public education and the opportunities that we can provide through public education. So I was able to join the board of directors of the Education Foundation, and then the executive director position came open about a year later, and one thing led to another, and here we are.
There you are.
So I've been in the executive director position role since 2021.
Awesome. We're so glad that you are. You do a great job with our foundation.
Thank you.
So you are here tonight to talk to us a little bit about what we're going to do with a fundraising event that we're going to have. But before we jump to that, what do you do with that fundraising money? What is it that you're striving to do as a foundation?
So the Education Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit that is completely separate from the district. But our whole goal is to support Community Independent School District. Without you guys, we would not exist. So we fundraise and we are able to provide our teachers and our students with grant opportunities to kind of help enhance their education. So things that are kind of without or outside of the normal budget, we're able to kind of provide and fill in those gaps to create experiences for our students where they normally probably wouldn't have had that. Or on the other hand, where our teachers were purchasing those materials with their money, we're kind of able to help to do that.
So not the normal curriculum type stuff, books that the school district provides.
Nothing that the district provides, we don't cover any of that.
It's just those extra above and beyond things, outside the box thinking.
Outside the box, innovative, really things that will take our kids' learning to the next level. Awesome. We really want to make community a special place and want this to be a destination district for not only teachers but families as well. And so anything that we can do to help with that, we are all on board for.
Perfect. Well, you are here specifically to promote an event that's coming up.
Yes.
And tickets are flying out the door.
Yes, they are.
So tell us about the event and what's going on with tickets.
Yes. So we have an event coming up on February 27th. It's called Baxter Braves Handbag Designer Bingo. So we will play regular old bingo.
Okay.
And each round will be tied to a handbag. So if you are the winner of that round, you will receive the handbag of that round. And so we have different local businesses that sponsor these bags, and they are all designers, and they're all over $250 value. So you're guaranteed it's a win. It's a good deal if you win.
Yes, absolutely.
So we have individual tickets on sale now for $50. It is a limited amount. I only have about 30 individual tickets left.
Okay, repeat that. You only have what?
30 individual tickets left.
30 tickets. So if you want to go to this event, get your tickets now.
So $50 for an individual ticket, and then I have a few more tables of 8 that are available. So that's just ensuring that you are going to be able to sit with your friends, and those are $500 a table.
Okay.
So we have a lot of people who go in together, and one person buys the table, and then they just Venmo or reimburses that way. So we have a few of those left, and then on Friday, I will release a handful of half tables. So if you have 3 other girlfriends, you can come together and buy a half table. So those will be $250, and those will go on sale on Friday.
On Friday, so much for that. Also tonight, I know you wanted to just give a reminder to our seniors about filling out scholarship applications.
Yes.
Let's give that reminder right now.
So February 1st, at 12:01 a.m., our scholarship portal will open. And so we not only host scholarships that we provide, so we provide $5,000 in scholarships to our seniors that are graduating, but we also host any other local scholarships that are recognized by the district go through us. So we meet and sit down with those donors, and we figure out exactly what they're looking for and what they want to honor and what they want to award, and we work through the process with them and get it into our software, where all of the students that are applying only fill out one general application, and then for each section, it takes them to a different page where they can fill out that specific scholarship. So we have about 9 different donors, and each of those scholarships range anywhere between $500 to $2,000, and they're not all academic based. So I know what I hear the most is kids don't want to apply because, well, I'm not in the top 10%, or I'm not, a straight A student, and I'm here to tell you that doesn't matter.
Right.
The majority
scholarships for everybody.
There's scholarships for everybody. A lot of them are based on merit, the traits of a brave, if you're in a specific club. So please don't be, deterred from applying if, maybe academics aren't your strong suit, because that's not what our scholarships are focused on.
And really, we want to get the word out there so
We
that
do.
everybody applies.
Everyone
just apply.
just apply.
So we're appealing not just to seniors, because sometimes seniors are so busy they're not listening to.
But to their moms,
the parents,
their friends,
aunts and uncles,
yes,
their friends,
anyone.
their grandparents. If you know a senior, remind them that
Yes.
they need to fill out this application
Correct.
so they can get scholarships.
And it opens February 1st and closes on March 1st, and there are
One
no
month.
exceptions.
One
whole month. And you
Okay.
can log back in at any time, so it saves your progress. So if you want to start it, start it early and then kind of work on it throughout. We are also partnering with our CTE program, which is amazing, and we're going to host a senior/scholarship night on February 4th.
Okay.
So we'll have some more details coming out about that, but we'll have a place in the high school where students can come after school with their parents, and they can start their scholarship applications. They can ask Ms. Thrash some questions. We're just there to provide assistance and guidance.
help.
Yeah,
That's
just
great.
if anyone has questions, we just want to make sure everyone knows about this and has the help
Has
if
an
they need it.
opportunity
Yeah.
to do that. That's great. We appreciate that so much and appreciate you partnering with the district to help our students out. So we also are always looking for people to help with this.
Absolutely.
People to be involved with the Education Foundation. So
Absolutely.
if people are interested in becoming a part of the Education Foundation, how do they do that?
They can send us any form of communication,
Okay.
and I will make sure to respond. They can send me an email. They can reach out to us on Facebook, on our Facebook page. They can send to our info email. There's also on our webpage a place for them to fill out an application if they're interested in joining the board. We have several different positions that are available that aren't board positions. So if you just want to volunteer, or if you kind of want to make the dive and dig a little deeper, we do have board of director positions open. So that's just a 3-year commitment. Not going to say just a 3-year commitment, just a 3-year commitment, but it's a 3-year commitment. So it is, kind of a lot.
Yeah.
But it's, really helping to fund, our next generation of workers. And I think there's a lot of people who do want to be involved, but don't have that time. So that's why we have some other volunteers.
So
And
the 3-year commitment, don't let that scare you off.
No,
because
do
there's
not.
other positions
There are
that
other
you can be a
positions.
part of.
Yeah.
So get in touch with you.
Yes, ma'am.
Michaela Welch. You can call the school. We'll make sure
Yes.
that we get you all of her information, or you can get on their web page,
yes.
Facebook page.
And
Find
Chris
any way.
should have all that linked somewhere. So.
Okay, Chris is going to have all that linked somewhere.
Lucky
and so-
shaking his head, yes.
Yes,
They're
he
great.
has that, so you can do all of that.
Yes, ma'am.
Michaela, thank you so much for being
Absolutely.
here. We appreciate you and all that you do for the district.
Thank you
Very
for having me.
appreciative. Yes. So we're going to transition again as we get towards the end of our show. And I want to just give you a little information about one of our students that we are so very proud of, making the 8th time that a community high school student has done this. Jaden Hale has advanced to the Association of Texas Small School Bands, ATSSB, All-State Band. Hale, who plays a French horn, will be in the symphonic band. He is only the second Brave in history of our band program to qualify in back-to-back years. And the only student to qualify for both symphonic band both times. So we are so excited for him, and we congratulate him, and we wish him all of luck at state. Now we're going to move into our live chat section of our night. If you have a question, we'll ask that you would submit that into our Facebook chat, and we will answer it live. If you do not want to ask it publicly, you can email us at info@communityisd.org. So let's see. We've got questions coming up here. They're scrolling on me, so okay. Ryan Lloyd, when can the community expect to hear who the new varsity football coach is? So we'll tell you that we have been in the district having interviews over this last week for our head football coach for the Braves. We were very impressed. We had over 90 applicants for that position. Taken a lot of time to go through that. We have a committee also working with an outside source to narrow those down and find the very best candidate. We have a committee that has interviewed this week, actually interviewed 11 different people. They're going to take from those 11 and call back 3 of those applicants, and they'll be doing second interviews where they dig a little deeper. And then after those second interviews, which are scheduled for next week, we should be making a selection the following week. So you still got a couple of weeks to wait, but I'll tell you, I think it's going to be well worth the wait. I think you're going to be excited. We've got some great applicants who are really wanting to come and be a part of Brave Nation. So we'll give you more information about that as soon as we have it. So stay tuned, and thank you for being interested in that. Angela Patina says, we're so proud of the Lady Braves softball team. Can't wait to see what you're going to accomplish this season. So I think that's where we all are, Angela.
Yeah.
We're ready.
Yes,
We're waiting
absolutely.
to see what they're going to accomplish. Dr. Knowlton, how many people will be coming to the community trails? Will there be a lot coming? I'm not sure what that question means. If you're meaning enrollment, we're currently at an enrollment total in the district of about 5,300, and we're looking at being about 5,900 next year. So we're looking at adding about 600 students across the district. I think each campus is going to see under 100 additional students, but Trails is one of our campuses that's going to grow really quickly. And so we'll get those numbers out, see if Cooper can get that out on our website. And we just received demographer projections for each campus and what we're projected to be for the next couple of years. So we'll share that, get that out on our website and have that posted so all of you can see those numbers that are coming up. I hope that answered the question. If it didn't, please feel free to type in another question if we didn't answer that. Any other questions for our guests tonight? We will entertain those right now. All right. Well, I will say again to you ladies, thank you for being here. Enjoyed the show. Enjoy always sitting down and getting to talk to some of the people who make Brave Nation a wonderful place to be. So thank you guys for being here. Thanks for watching. We have another live show that will be coming up in February, so watch for that. Thank you for being a part of Brave Nation. Thank you for watching and keeping up with what's going on in Brave Nation. We'll see you soon, and go Braves!